On this computer.
There we go.
But anyway, what I was saying was, what I've got on here is only going to go up through managing director, because there's a huge leap after you get to managing director to get to vice president, because that's also the jump from leadership to executive. So when you first join the company, you're in what they consider marketing stage. Then when you start to sign people up as associates under you, you move into the leadership stage. And leadership is anything from qualified associate, team leader, director, and managing director. If you progress after that and qualify to be a vice president goes into the executive stage. And I kind of peeked at some of the stuff that's associated with vice president, and it's huge. It's awesome. You know, if you can get to that, you know, your life is going to be wonderful. So it might be very busy, but it's going to be very rewarded. I'll put it that way. But that, to me, that's like a whole nother world. And so I would rather just kind of concentrate where most of us are at right now, and that's in that beginning marketing stage or leadership stage, where we're developing our leadership, and we're also helping other people develop their leadership. So I'm going to try to share the screen.
Nice.
I'm going to click on my PowerPoint. And somebody verify if you can see my PowerPoint.
Yes.
We can see it.
You can see.
Now I have to,
Good job, Charlie.
hang on. I have to get it to where it's in presentation mode.
See, you do know what you're doing, Charlie.
I'm learning on the fly here. Teresa's iPhone.
Go to view. What if you go to view?
Yeah, I just, it was blocked by a
Oh,
menu.
the Zoom bar.
Yeah, here we go. Slideshow.
Did you let Teresa in?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Y'all are going to learn something about me and Connie.
Already know.
I think most of them know.
Some of you know. Some of you know.
Yeah, if you know, right?
All right.
You know.
So Connie's going to watch. I hope you're watching the chat for me.
Yeah, but they can all cut in.
Yeah. Please.
We're all family here.
Please make this conversational. Okay, so I put this together, SuperPatch compensation plan highlights. All right, so do y'all see that toolbar, or am I the only one that sees that?
I think you're the only one that sees it.
Because at the top it says making money with SuperPatches.
Right.
So that, again, I approach this from the perspective of, if somebody said, well, how do you make any money doing this? Hopefully this can help you answer that question. The first way, of course, is that you can just sell your patches. So as an associate, you're getting a couple of auto ships in every month. You might be ordering more inventory, trying out different patches, and you can turn right around and sell those to people. You know, you can sell them to your neighbors, sell them to people at work, whatever. Your cost is $45 per packet. The sale price is $60. I'm allowing Kim to record it. So for every packet you sell, you make $15. So, you know, just some examples, of course, 10 packets would be $150 profit, 20 packets would be $300 profit, 50, and then like 100 packets. It would take you to sell 100 packets in order to make $1,500. So, you know, that's all well and good. The upside of that is, you know, a lot of people do shows, carnivals, vendor shows, things at local school, set up a table, set up a booth. You know, you can sell those patches right from behind the booth. That's the good thing. You know, these things are packaged well enough and have great, graphics and everything where you can just sell them from right behind the table. The downside of that is that, of course, it takes a lot of transactions to make any money. I mean, you would have to talk to 100 people every month to make $1,500 and sell them a packet 100 times over to make $1,500. And the other thing that's a downside to a lot of people is that that would require you to store, carry, and deliver inventory. And I can remember in a previous business that Connie had, running all over town, meeting people in back alleys and grocery store parking lots,
McDonald's.
Side of the highway.
And we had bottles of diet pills, and we actually did feel like pill pushers. I mean, we were meeting people everywhere and handing off bags of stuff. But that may not be an ender for some people, but for me, that's not the kind of business I want to have. I don't want to be touching inventory at all.
Well, and let me just insert something here, and probably Kim and Steve could verify this as well. When you do vendor shows, the number one thing is that's for getting the word out to people. Yeah, there'll be people that will purchase, and there'll be people, but with the patches, it's not like having a supplement for them to try right there on the spot. Vendor shows, in my opinion, are basically getting the word out, get your card out to as many people as possible, making connections. That's just one way of doing it.
And you may sell some, and that's great. Some places are more successful than others, and some people are more successful than others at doing that. But that's the easy, or I wouldn't say easy, but like the initial, most obvious way to try to make some money is just turn around and try to sell your inventory. All right. So the second one is direct people to your website. So rather than having to meet them face to face and touch the inventory and hand it off and get a check back or whatever, you can just direct people to your website. They order the packets right there on your website. You get a 25% commission. So it's the same profit. They order for 60, you're getting $15 profit off of that. You get 25% commission on all sales when the order is placed on your website. So, $100, you get $25. $200, you get $50. If the total orders on your website is $1,000, you made $250. So now, important point, this is just a commission. We're not talking about bonuses yet. Okay. Well, all we're doing in these first few examples is just talking about sales commissions. I'll get to the bonuses later. But the advantage of this is that you don't have to interact with the customer. You can, as they say, make money while you sleep. Here just the other day, I came in and Connie said, "Hey, so-and-so ordered some packets from me." And I was like, "Well, did they sign up?" She said, "No, but it shows in my back office that they ordered, X, Y, and Z packets." So, she made money while she was sleeping. That's awesome. You hear those stories of people who have like Amazon sites and Etsy sites and different things that are out there that, like, once you get it up and running, people can access it 24 hours a day. That's a great thing. And the other advantage is you don't have to hold or ship any inventory. It all comes straight from the company right to the customer. So having a little website business is a second way to make money off these patches. The disadvantage with that is it's dependent on you to go find the customers and try to point them to your website. So, depending on how you do that, either by word of mouth or through Facebook, through other social media, you've got to somehow generate traffic to your website. and that can be difficult. Also, one person can only reach so many people.
Yeah.
You run out of time and you run out of energy trying to find new customers. And once you make a sale, the customer may forget to reorder, or they may just stop ordering altogether. So, you may have a good month where you had, 25 customers order on your website, and then the following month, only 5 of them do. I work in a direct sales company in my regular job, and we see that. We see, where we may have a real strong November and December, and we think, oh, great, we're building momentum again. But then we have a horrible January. It's like, well, they spent all their money in December, so they're not coming back and ordering in January. So it can be up and down. But there are definitely some advantages to using your website to sell product as opposed to going out there in the public and trying to sell. Anybody have a question or comment before we move on?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Is there anybody that needs in?
Not that I see. All right. The third way, and this is still part of the marketing phase, is to get customers to enroll on a monthly auto ship. So, that first asterisk there, a person can be a customer with an auto ship and not necessarily be an associate. Okay, you can actually sign up customers, and they have a auto ship where they're getting the product that they want mailed to them every month. They're getting billed by the company, and it's pretty much transparent to you. You don't have to touch a thing. You get the same 25% commission on these orders, same as on your website sales. All right. I don't know if you guys have ever looked at this, but in the compensation plan, it says a customer can become a brand champion. Anybody ever see that?
Uh-uh.
Is that where they refer someone
Yeah. So
and they get, yeah.
yeah, brand champion is when your customer gets, I got a typo there. That's when they get someone else to place an order through a link that they use to link up with your website. So it's a way for, if you think about it, it's customer of a customer, or a tier 3 customer, tier 3 and tier 4 customers that they may not know you, but they know your friend, and your friend is a brand champion with a link to your website. So they end up ordering off of your website through their link. And so the brand champion actually gets a $30 credit in their account towards future purchases. That's on the first order. Then if that tier 3 customer places another order, the brand champion gets 5% reward credit for every repeat order. It kind of stuck out to me that a brand champion does not make money. But they never get actual money.
No.
They get credit towards future orders. Now, your brand champions and the people that order through your brand champions, well, let me back up. The orders that come through your brand champion, you also get a 10% base commission on those sales. So, if there's any tier 2 or tier 3 customers that are ordering because they know somebody who's a brand champion, you're actually getting a little commission off of that as well. But all of the sales volume that comes in through your customers and your BCs all count toward your personal retail sales. So, if you're trying to make a goal to hit a rank, and let's say you need $3,000 in sales, all of this would count towards that $3,000 goal. And that's a really good thing. Any question about customer auto ships?
How much does the customer auto ship cost them? Is it the 45 or is it the 60?
Well, the first order is 45. And then
Right.
after that, it's 60.
Okay, so to get the 45, you have to be an associate, correct?
Yes.
Okay,
The 25,
Well-
well, it's 25%.
To get the 45 ongoing month after
Ongoing,
month,
yeah.
yes, you have to be an associate.
Yes.
Right.
That
And
first month, that customer, even if they order 2 or 3 packets, they'll get 25% off. That's how we probably should say it.
Yeah,
You'll
first
get
order is 25%.
25% off your first order, and then after that, you pay retail.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep getting confused on that, but thank you for
Yeah.
reinforcing me.
But if they do enroll or, have somebody that wants to order, they do have a website, and that person, like he said, the brand champion or whatever, their friends can order off of them, and that will give them
Some credit.
credit
Right.
every
Okay.
month, every time they, get a
Which
new
is, to
customer.
me, it's kind of weird because, you'll have people say, well, I don't want to sell this, I'll try it and I might use it, but I don't want to sell it. Well, if you become a brand champion, aren't you kind of selling it?
Yeah, in a way, yeah. And then you could probably tell them, you know what, you've got some customers under you. How
Exactly.
about
Become an
joining the
associate.
company as an associate for $50? They don't even have to buy a huge kit. They can sign up with a $50 thing, and then they'll get their product for $45 every single time too. After that, and then start making commissions off of their customers.
Right. Okay.
All right. So
Pretty good.
there were 3 things there. There was retail sales, people ordering off of your website, and then customers actually enrolling into an auto ship. So those are the 3 bullet points underneath marketing, the marketing section of the business. And let me just ask a quick question. Do y'all like this PowerPoint?
Yes.
Because what I was thinking was like some of the stuff we just talked about as far as what it costs to place an order and the discount that you get. I can add that down here to the bottom,
Yeah,
add a little more content to this.
that's great.
Okay. All right. So, of course, if you've ever had any experience in network marketing, the money is not really in the customers. The money is in enrolling associates. So that's when you start to move into that leadership phase, is when I need to admit somebody, is when you begin to enroll people who actually want to be an associate and build a business with you. So the next slide goes into that. So you want to sign up people to be associates, just like you did. All right. So, at this point, that's just where we want to start talking about bonuses instead of commissions. All right. Now, you still will always get commissions off of any order that's placed on your website. They don't go away. But when you move into the leadership phase, you start qualifying for bonuses. So I think it's important to recognize the difference between commissions and bonuses. Bonuses is all about your leadership and your team. Commissions is about your sales. Right? So there's an important term that they abbreviate it as just BV, but it stands for bonus value. So for every product that's sold, a value is assigned to each of those based on the item itself. So the BV or bonus value is typically 60% of the retail value. So if a retail value of freedom is $60, then the BV is $36. Okay. And it's pretty much 60% across the board, but they did note in the compensation plan data that I read that some products have smaller BV if the profit margin on that particular product is not as good as like a Freedom or a Defend. Some of the packets have smaller profit margins than others.
I didn't even notice that.
So the company adjusts for that. They're not going to pay you the same BV on a product that they're making less money on.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So that's kind of like keeping the playing field level for everybody, company and associates.
So for example, I don't sell a lot of Focus, for example.
Yeah.
Okay. So that possibly
If the
because
company,
if the company doesn't sell,
it's not really based on sales, it's based on the cost to make it. So
mm,
let's say like it costs the company $20 to make a pack of Freedom. So for every packet they sell, they make $40. Well, let's just say, I don't know this to be true, but let's just, for example, say a pack of Focus, it actually costs them $50 to make that. So they, for every packet of those they sell, they only make $10. It's a
Okay.
smaller profit margin. So because of that, the BV on the Focus is going to be smaller.
okay.
But I think for conversation purposes, you can pretty much just go with that, 60%, generally BV is 60% of the retail value. All right. So signing up people to be associates is where it's at. This is where the network marketing and multi-level marketing part of it is going to pay off for you. There are some quick start bonuses. Quick start is my terminology. I threw that in there, but hat trick bonus, $200. If in your first 30 days you purchase a starter kit and you enroll 3 new associates with each of them buying a starter kit, when they enroll, you will qualify for that $200 bonus. And I know that some people just did that this last month.
Yeah. But so to, what that really means is that you would have had to sign up on a launch kit, which is the 225, the 375, or the,
And y'all
600.
forgive me, I see right now I'm going to have to correct this all the way through. I said starter kit on everything, and I think that this company calls them launch kits.
well, they are. Yeah, they're launch kits. And so, yeah, it has to be the bigger one with an auto ship, with a $90 auto ship set up. So the 3 new enrollees that you enroll, they have to do the same. And they can sign up on the smallest one, which is 225. They don't have to do a 375 or, the 600. But they have to have, to be active, they have to have that auto ship as well. So,
And to qualify for this hat trick, they have to purchase that at the same time that they enroll. Like they can't say,
yeah.
oh, I'm going to sign up as an associate, and about 3 weeks from now, I'm going to buy a launch kit.
Yeah, no,
That would
you
not.
have to sign up
Yeah.
on a launch kit at the very beginning. If you do the $50 and get in, well, then you'll just miss out on that hat trick and the all-star bonus. That's
Right.
all you'll miss out on.
Yeah.
Okay. Everything else you'll get. I mean, as far as percentages and things like that. But in order to get that hat trick bonus and that all-star bonus, you have to be on a launch kit at the very beginning. And then your 3 people that you sign up have to be on launch kits at the very beginning.
Yeah, so that's the all-star bonus is $400, and that you got 60 days to get that one. Again, purchase a launch kit when you sign up. Get your 3 new associates that also bought a launch kit when they signed up, and then you help those 3 each get their hat trick bonus. So, in the first 30 days, if you can get 3 associates going, and then in the second 30 days, help each of those 3 associates get their hat trick bonus, you will get the all-star bonus.
So far, Charlie and I, let's see, Kim and Charlene and Christy and Crystal. I mean, we've all been in since April, the 1st of April, and none of us have gotten that all-star bonus yet. Or we didn't get it.
No, it ain't going to happen.
No, nobody's gotten it yet. So, the hat trick bonus is a little bit easier to get, but that all-star bonus is, you got to everybody's got to really get going, you know.
It's for moving fast.
Yeah.
I think the other good thing about it is that it's kind of setting the tone of something that we're going to get into a little later if we have time. That people who are successful in this help the people below them build. And so it's kind of setting the tone right from day one that I'm
Yeah.
going to go get me 3 people and I'm going to help those 3 people build.
Yeah.
So that's the whole point of it, is you get rewarded for that behavior of helping other people build. All right, so that's what I call the quick start bonuses. Any question on those?
Nope.
Okay. Now, enroller bonus. This is paid based on the BV of every associate you personally enroll, regardless of where they are placed in your genealogy downline. Everybody know what the downline is? That's like your tree, your organization. So, they don't have to be in your front line for you to get the enroller bonus. They can be anywhere. 10 years from now, when we're all sitting on the beach, reminiscing about how we started in this great company, we're probably going to have people that are like 1,000 people deep. But if they're our enrollee, hey, they're our enrollee. It doesn't matter if they're 1,000 people deep. You're still going to get the enroller bonus on their BV, regardless of where they're at in your genealogy. And just, a note here, your personally enrolled associates are called your E1s. So you'll hear some people in the company call this an E1 bonus. It's your enrollers bonus. So what is it? If you're an associate, you get a 6% bonus from your E1s. This is on their BV. It's not on their retail. Like if they say, man, I had $1,000 in sales this month, you're not getting 6% of that $1,000. You're getting 6% of whatever that BV was on that $1,000. Okay. If you're a qualified associate, you get 6%. If you're team leader and above, you get 11%. That's a nice raise right there. I would love to get that 5%.
Well, maybe someday.
But no, that's a nice little jump there from qualified associate to team leader and above. You get 11% off of all of your E1s. So I put an example here. Let's say you're a qualified associate. You have an E1 in your downline. Your E1's retail sales are $5,000. That's a pretty good month for a new group that's starting out. The BV on that would be approximately $3,000. That's 60%. 60% of 5,000 is 3,000. Your enroller's bonus for that E1 would be approximately $180. 6% of the BV. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so like if you had 10 E1s that all did $5,000 in sales, you'd be getting $180 bonus off of each one of them. You'd make $1,800.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
If you were team leader or above, your enroller bonus just on that one E1 would be $330. That's the difference between the 6% and the 11%. You can see why, again, success in this type of organization is all about ranking up. It's about building leaders and ranking up, because as you rank up, your percentages go up.
Yeah.
And your different types of bonuses you qualify increase. So I just wanted to put that example there just to show, like at the very base level, just between a qualified associate and a team leader, just on one person that did $5,000 in sales, it's a pretty significant difference in just what the enroller's bonus is. And, $330 may not sound like a lot to some people, but like when you're first starting out, that might be a car payment. That might be half a month's worth of groceries. But these days, maybe it's just a week's worth of groceries.
Might be an electric bill.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of how you have to look at it when you're
Yeah.
first starting out, is like take the small wins and count the small wins. Don't get caught up in the, oh, well, I know somebody that's making $1 million and I just made $330. So I might as well just give up right now. You can't let your mind go there. You've got to stick with it, stay with it, even though it starts off small, because it's a numbers game. And if you will help your people build and help them rank up, which will help you rank up, the numbers will take care of themselves.
Yeah.
All right. Any question on the enrollers bonus?
Nope.
Go ahead. Oh, Christy, did you want to say something? No? Okay. And again, we're going to talk about this in just a minute about, placing people and stuff like that, but don't be afraid to place people. And if you don't know how, please make sure that you get with me or Kim or Charlene, people that know how to place. Okay. At the very beginning, until you can figure out, okay, I need to place this person in this certain spot. But just don't go be placing people on your own, because we've already had to fix a few people, and I don't know if the company likes that very much. But I mean, we'll get them fixed if it's within the first week, or whatever. But once you get past that first week and they've been paid on and everything, it just messes everybody up, and
It's hard to undo it.
it's hard to undo it. Yes. So
Was
go ahead.
somebody else who's going to ask a question?
I don't think so. No. Go ahead.
All right. So first part of leadership is signing up people. The second part of leadership is help your associates enroll their own recruits. So you not only want to be enrolling people, you want to help your team enroll people as well. This is important, and I'm just going to read my notes here. It's important for many reasons, and I just put a few here. It's about duplicating yourself. It's about working smarter, not harder. Just think if you were going to try to make $1 million off this business by doing retail only. I mean, you're going to have to go out there and travel a lot of miles, spend a lot of hours, talk to a whole bunch of people, handle a whole bunch of inventory. That's hard work.
Mhm.
Getting people to work with you as a team is actually working smarter, because you're duplicating your efforts, and it's able to grow exponentially rather than linear. And that's the kind of growth you would want. So it's important because you're duplicating yourself. You're helping to increase your TGQV, and that's an important term. It's your total group qualifying volume. So as you're starting to build an organization, the TGQV is very, very important. It's actually what really counts towards helping you rank up to the higher levels. So, you could either try to build up that TGQV with just 2 or 3 people, or, teach your team how to go out there and recruit and help their recruits recruit. And remember the old commercial, tell 2 friends and they'll tell 2 friends and they'll tell 2
So
friends.
on and so on.
That's, it may be dated, but it's actually true. That's what you want to see happen, because what you're doing is just think how many shampoo bottles they sold by going out there and telling 2 friends.
Yeah.
Then the shampoo bottle sold is the TGQV. It's the total group qualifying volume. So if you have an army out there helping you sell, rather than just a handful of people helping you sell, that's obviously a lot better. And that last point, you actually qualify and I call it the enroller bonus. The company calls it an E2 bonus. So what is the E2 bonus? You not only get paid a bonus on your personal recruits, you also get paid on your recruits. Okay,
As a qualified associate.
I'm getting to that. Yep.
Oh, I'm behind. I'm sorry. I'm ahead of you. That's right.
Yeah. So this is true. What Connie said is if you're just an associate, you're really, if you're an associate, you're just getting started.
Yeah.
You don't have any recruits. So you're not going to get an enrollers bonus. You're not going to get an enrollers bonus because there's nobody there to get a bonus on.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had a couple of people and one of those people has some people under them, you would already be a qualified associate. So it kind of makes sense that an associate is 0. But a qualified associate and higher is 6% of the E2's bonus volume. So you're making 6% or 11% on your own recruits. You're making another 6% on your recruits.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So I put an example here. Let's say that I enrolled Joe and that Joe enrolled Tony. Joe is my E1, Tony is my E2. So Joe's retail sales are $5,000. Tony's retail sales for that month are $2,000. As team leader, my bonuses for this leg are my E1 bonus off of Joe is $330 because since I'm a team leader, I get 11% of Joe's BV. And my E2 bonus off of Tony is $72 because I get 6% of Tony's BV. That's the E2 bonus. So those two bonuses combined is $402. You know, 330 of that was probably a lot of work that I did to sign up Joe. But $72 of that is probably all Joe's work.
Mm-hmm.
I made a nice little 6% BV bonus off of Tony, and most likely didn't have to do anything for it except tell Joe how to do it. I was like, hey Joe, if you got any questions, call me. That's the training plan. If you have any questions, call me.
Yeah.
But does anybody have any questions about the E2 bonus? All right. Is there a certain time that we need to stop?
I'll just keep going.
All right. This is amazing to me because, you know, they throw all these terms around and sometimes you kind of get lost, honestly, in so much terminology because there's like commissions, then there's enrollers bonus, and then there's a E2 bonus. Then they talk about level bonuses. And I had kind of thought to myself that, well, when they talk about level bonuses, they're talking about the enrollers bonuses because if somebody's under you, that means they're on a level. No, that's not what they're talking about. This is actually in addition. This is one of those deals where they said, like, you know, if you thought the main course was good, just wait till the dessert comes out. Because, you know, you just can't believe, I mean, you're getting a commission and you're getting enrollers bonuses, but now they're just like making another lap around and saying, hey, that's not enough. We want to give you something else called a level bonus. So what that is as you recruit and enroll customers and associates, your new associates in turn recruit and enroll more customers and associates, your tree, your genealogical tree begins to take shape. Okay. How you visualize and keep up with activity in your organization as it grows. It allows you to see who's in your group, what rank they are, who's under them. You can also quickly check their statistics like PSV and BV to see how they're doing at any given time. I encourage everybody to go to your back office, go to reports and go to genealogical tree and look at that and see what that looks like. There's a lot of good functionality there. So, you know, if you've seen the tree and if you've seen somebody's tree that actually has multiple levels, what the level bonus is, it's a bonus that's paid out on the BV of your first 5 levels. So let's say there's you, which that doesn't count as a level. You're 0. Your recruit is level 1. Their recruits are level 2. Their recruits are level 3, 4, and level 5. All 5 steps away from you. And people signing up, being recruited, signing on to associates. You know, the tree actually gets real busy and really big quickly. But you get paid a 4% bonus on each of those 5 levels. So whatever the BV is for each level, you're going to get a 4% bonus. Like I said, that's in addition to the E1 bonus, and it's in addition to the E2 bonus, and it's in addition to any commissions on sales that you're getting paid. Now, directors and below, the level bonus is only paid on the first 5 levels. That's still a lot.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, when we say only on the first 5 levels is a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, and remember, you can go wide. You know, if you've got 5 levels, but you know, you're only like 3 or 4 wide, you can always start new legs and make all of those 5 levels go even wider. So, you know, when we say 5 levels, that's just a limit on how deep it goes, but there is no limit on how wide it can go. Look at this. If you're a managing director and above, in addition to the 4% on level 1 through 5, you're also going to get a 2% BV unlimited depth bonus on level 6 and below. So remember earlier when I said one of these days we're going to be sitting on the beach and reminiscing about how this all got started.
Drinking our pina coladas.
You know, we may have you might have one leg out there that's 1,000 people deep.
Mm-hmm.
If you're managing director or above, you're going to get 2% unlimited depth. You get 4% on levels 1 through 5.
Mm-hmm.
You get an additional 2% on level 6, all the way down to wherever that leg stops.
Yeah.
Until, and this is key, until when you're on that leg and you're running it all the way down to the bottom until you run into another managing director.
Mm.
When you run into another managing director, that's where the 2% stops. Now, if say there's 1,000 people there, but the highest ranking person is a director, it's going to run all the way down to the bottom. But if the 900th person is a managing director, then that 2% is going to be from level 6 all the way down to level 900. But that's really awesome. Yeah, you sound like you have a question.
Well, no, I will probably have managing directors on my first level.
And that's that leg.
So I won't get 2% of nothing.
You're still going to get 4% of your first 5 legs. And if one of those people in your front line is a managing director, believe me, that BV is going to be pretty healthy.
Okay.
What you don't see in depth will be made up for in rank. You're getting 2% off of a managing director's BV.
Okay.
That'll be a nice little chunk of change.
Darlene, Kim, Christy. Let's go.
Now, and remember, that 2% if they're in your first 5 levels, you're gonna get 4%.
Yeah. Okay.
If they're in your 6th level, you're gonna get the 2%.
Okay.
So I put an example here. Let's say that you're a managing director or above, you have 10 legs. In 9 of those legs, the highest associate is a director. In one of those legs, the 10th one, there's a managing director on level 8. All right, that's
Mhm.
important for this example. What would you get? You would get 4% on all 10 legs, levels 1 through 5, regardless of what their ranks are. You would get 2% additional of unlimited depth on the 9 legs that don't have a managing director. And you would get 2% additional on levels 6 and 7 of that one leg that has a managing director at sitting at level 8.
Mm.
So see how it stops
Yeah.
when you run into a managing director?
Mhm.
Does that make sense to everybody?
Mhm.
Tell me when we need to stop.
How many more we got?
2 more.
Okay. All right. Well, we're coming into the part that I wanted to come into, strategic placement.
So strategic placement is placing one of your personal recruits underneath somebody else in your genealogical tree or your downline. Why would you do this? Wouldn't you want everybody just to be for you? That might be what someone would think, but actually, no, you would want to strategically place people and help your associates build underneath them. Because when they are building, you are automatically building and you're ranking.
Yeah.
So why would you do this? You still get the E1 enrollers bonus. You're not going to, by putting somebody underneath somebody else, you're not going to lose any E1 enroller bonuses. Number 2, you're still going to get the level bonus of 4% if they're in levels 1 through 5. So you're not going to lose your level bonus on that person. Your level sponsor, and that's the person that you put somebody underneath, this is where you're helping them. They're actually going to get a 4% level bonus off that newly placed person.
Mhm.
So you're helping them make some money by putting somebody under them. That recruit counts as the level sponsor's active associates as they're trying to rank up. I've seen this happen in my own downline where I had a person didn't have anybody under them. They were just an associate. I put 2 of my people underneath him and boom, he's a qualified associate.
Yeah.
So when you put somebody underneath somebody else, even though it's your enrollee, it actually counts towards that level sponsor's ranking qualifications.
So like Christy, for example, she's enrolled someone, and then I placed somebody, I enrolled my person under Christy. Okay. And it made her a qualified associate.
Right.
And you're going to be making 4% off of that person, my person's BV.
Mm.
So anytime I place anybody under y'all, you're going to make money off of them too.
Two things. You're going to make some money off of them, and it's going to help you towards your next ranking goal.
Yes, trying to get you to the next rank, which we're working on.
Which
that.
is actually
Okay?
number 5.
Working on everybody right now.
Number 5 is it
Yeah.
helps your team rank up. It helps you rank up as well, because if the person under you becomes a director and then you get another person to become a director, all of a sudden you're a managing director.
Yeah.
So
it does benefit everyone to place people under people.
Yes.
And benefits you financially and those levels and everything. So
number 6, ranking up opens up higher percentages. Just like the difference between a qualified associate and a team leader, that 11% versus 6%,
Mhm.
it's a higher percentage. And other bonuses as you rank up. If you get into some of those higher levels above managing director, there's actually other bonuses, bonus pools,
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff that we're not even listing in this presentation. But you can't open the doors to those bonuses until you get to some higher ranks.
And I guarantee you, if you are close to a like team leader position with the volume, I'm going to do everything possible to get you to that team leader. And some people are like, well, isn't that like cheating or signing up people you shouldn't be? No, if I get a person, if I sign someone up, a new associate, and you are getting close to a team leader position or the director or whatever, I will place that person under you to give you that volume to help you get to that, that level, that rank. And then you'll also get that $500 bonus too.
No,
So, once you get to those levels or whatever, but you'll get the bonuses, even if they're not your people. So it's kind of interesting. I mean, it's, that's amazing to me,
yeah.
Number 7, I added this myself today. There's actually no penalty for going deep, going vertical, I should say, in your downline instead of going wide until you reach managing director. If you're an associate, qualified associate, team leader, or director, the most I would have is 3 legs. And I can even show you mathematically where you might as well just have 2.
I would do 3.
But if you want to have 3, that's fine with me. That's up to you. But
That's 3 people on your top level.
what I'm saying is people tend to be a little hesitant to put somebody underneath somebody rather than starting a new leg out there by themselves. And what I'm telling you is that you're not penalizing yourself by putting them under somebody unless you're already a managing director and you have somebody in your team who's close to being a managing director. Because and let me tell you the reason I say that. It's because if you've got somebody on your team that's fixing to make managing director, and then they're going to turn around and go for vice president, when they become a vice president, they actually kind of spin off away from your group. That's something I learned by going through the comp plan the last couple of days. You're still going to get some bonuses off of them. But what I'm saying is like if you were only operating 3 legs and then in one of those legs, somebody was a managing director that's working on becoming a vice president, if you're a managing director, you better be starting some new legs because you're fixing to lose one of them.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it spins off. And then there's bonuses that go with that.
Yeah.
You become, there's one called a sponsors bonus or something like that, where you actually getting a bonus off of that vice president's BV.
Okay.
So what I'm telling you though is that while we're at these lower levels, we don't need to be worrying about starting a whole bunch of legs.
Right.
What we ought to be more focused on is helping each person at different levels rank up.
Yeah.
Get them to qualified, get them to team leader, help some of those team leaders get to director. Do it in a way that it helps also push you up to team leader and director. Because when you get to director and managing director, then that's where you're going to want to start. Okay, now maybe I ought to, go a little wider now that I've got a lot of people with depth. Now maybe I need to start going a little wider, but I wouldn't start doing that until you were between director and managing director.
Okay. Yeah, we got a ways to go. So,
But I think it's important because a lot of people are behaving like they're already managing director,
Yeah, that's
and
true.
you're really just a qualified associate, you need to be going deep.
You don't want 10 people across right now. You want to concentrate on 2 legs or 3
Exactly.
at the most, and helping all those people underneath. Another thing about, I was going to talk about the bonuses on,
Let's finish this.
okay, go ahead.
So just real quickly, the requirements to be an associate, you have to be active.
Mhm.
To be a qualified associate, you have to be active, plus have 2 active associates underneath you with 540 TGQV.
Well-
And then 500 to maintain.
That 120, it's $90. Okay. It's your 2 packets each month for you to be qualified, or $120
Sales.
in your own personal sales. If you go in there and purchase $120 worth, or it can be, like I said, your auto ship every month of $90. Okay.
Yeah. So we talked about associate, we talked about qualified associate, team leader, you have to be active and have 2 qualified associates. Separate legs, okay? 2 qualified associate legs, plus $3,000. And then
Yeah.
to maintain, it's 2,500. You get a $500 bonus, and at team leader, the 60% rule starts to apply, which basically just means you cannot get all of the volume off of 1 leg.
Right.
If you
Right.
got 2 legs, 60% of it's going to come off your strongest leg. The other 40 comes
Right.
off of either 1, 2, or 3 other legs that you have.
And so let me talk about the team leader for a second. You know, I've already made team leader. I'm up to director right now, but I've already done team leader, and we hit 3,000 in volume. But then the next month, all you have to reach is 2,500 to maintain that team leader status. Okay. And all your bonuses and everything. So you don't have to reach 3,000 all the time. You know, as a team leader, you can be at that 2,500. But, and I think that's interesting too. I think that's great that they do that, you know.
Yeah.
You don't lose your stuff, your bonuses and stuff, your rank. Yeah.
To be a director, you have to be active and have 2 team leader legs, plus 11,000 in TGQV,
That first month. Yeah.
and then 9,000 to maintain. You get $1,000 bonus the first month that you hit it. And then managing director, you have to be active and have 2 director legs. They have to be 2 different legs. Plus a leg with a team leader.
Mhm.
So right there is where it shows that you at least need to have 3 at that point.
Hard.
Plus 33,000 in TGQV.
Oof.
But you do, once you hit it, you get a $2,500 bonus,
Mhm.
and then you need 27,000 to maintain that level.
So let me
Now-
ask a question.
Go ahead.
The team leader where it says be active and have 2 qualified associate legs, is that on each leg you have to have 2 qualified associates, or
No.
1? Like-
No, you let's say you have 2 legs,
Mhm.
you need a qualified associate in each of those legs.
On each of them. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 and 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
And let me just say this. I mean, before I was thinking that a qualified associate had to sign up on a launch kit, one of the big kits with the $90 auto ship, blah, blah, blah. But we have found out since we've been placing people, you know, I've placed a couple of $50 welcome kits with a $90 auto ship. That $90 makes them an active associate. Okay.
Mhm.
So even if you sign up a $50 person, I hate to say it that way, a welcome kit,
Mhm.
okay, with the $90, and you place them under someone, that will also help push them up in the ranks. Okay. So if somebody needs, for example, Christy,
Mhm.
you needed to be a qualified associate. Okay. Of course, you need $500 in volume and what was it, 540 in TGQV and 2 active associates. Well, at first I thought, well, I have to get 2 launch kits. You had signed up somebody on a launch kit. So I was thinking, if I want to get you there, I'm going to have to, no, they can sign up on a $50 welcome kit with the $90 auto ship. And they would count to make you a qualified associate.
Okay.
If
Got
you
it.
get to that 540. Now, see, the launch kits help with that. The launch kits, because they cost, more, will help you get to that 540 in volume.
Yeah.
But you know what? Your volume counts too. So if you order $200 worth that month, that money will be added to that 540, to get you there. So,
It's qualifying. Okay.
and whereas we've been in other companies before and our volume didn't count it for anything except for the people above us.
Right.
Okay. And that's why we were signing up our husbands and our children and to place volume down below, but we don't have to do that anymore. So that's a big relief.
Yeah.
Stop sharing my screen. Here we go.
Hmm.
And
Like only me, Crystal and Charlene are left.
yeah, we dropped some. It was a long meeting.
But we are still recording.
Good.
As far as I know,
Well, you can go ahead and stop the recording.
I'm looking for it.
Oh,
There it is.
Recording stopped.